Hey guys, HerbQuest here. Taking out a skull in one of the most random places in the game. Was trying to do some PKing over at the Agility Pyramid, and a few other people showed up. So I dipped out with the ectofoil and ended up taking out my skull up there. And nothing interesting happens section of the map for the Rum Deal quest. Pretty secluded area. But here I'm just doing a desert task because I went to the pyramid guy for the agility pyramid to cash in my pyramid plunder loot that I got from yesterday's video. That allows me to cash in these little tokens in the bottom of my inventory, the pyramid plunder loot noted. So we can watch the cash stack jump, and boom, there's some easy money just like that. Now real quick about the last video that I uploaded. Not a lot of people like that, I get it, but in the sort of art world there's a kind of relationship between what the artist wants to do and what the viewer wants to see. Not a relationship rather, but a compromise of sorts. So I decided to put some clips in from that video and stick them into this one. Now, here's the part where I discovered the Deadman chest and Financial Wizard. I mentioned that in last video. It was pretty coherent when I went through that part, although the rest of the video was artistically incoherent. But yeah, that was legit. That's from the season. The Deadman chest and wizard is in this area under the city that's in a deadman zone, although the top of the city's in a safe zone, so figured I'd throw that out there. I left a bug report and whatnot. I don't know if they'll patch that or if that's just going to be considered to be a perk of contact, simply because I doubt anyone's ever going to actually get a kill down there ever. Although I suppose it would be a pretty cool place to do like a 1v1 deathmatch of sorts. And then Angry Bolter got on me over in Edgeville. I remember that guy from the tournament. He's always getting on people at Barrows, slowing them down. He actually got me one time during one of the tournaments while he was doing his thing over at Barrows. But this time I managed to get away from him and then work on getting back to the wilderness to get some Slayer gains and get that combat cap going on. Firstly, working on this Hellhound task, getting my ranged up to 83. That's another max hit, and going right over to strength right thereafter. And getting my strength capped up, gonna get a new max hit in strength, and then continue just putting everything into strength for now until 95. Then I got like really lucky on emblems this task. I got one like 5 kills ago, and then a nice little back-to-back drop there. I'd been trying for quite a while. I didn't get any during the Hellhound task. Actually, no, I got 2, and then I died. I think that was during the same Hellhound task, and it was that long until I went back to it. And yes, I'm commentating over some clips that are fairly old. I'll get into that a little bit into at the outro of the video. But here's a sketchy journey. While doing a lot of these quests, I was fairly limited on food and supplies and money, although I've been doing some borrows in my free time. But for this quest, I wasn't allowed to weigh very much, and I needed a lot of free spaces and a lot of quest items on me for it. So it was fairly sketchy, especially since Port Khazard is a highly populated area, and PKers from Catherby like to drop by Khazard to bank unless they go up to Shiloh. So here I am with my fingers crossed, hoping that any Catherby PKers are using Shiloh to bank, and had an epiphany. This is good. I don't have the original sound clip of it, but if you've ever wondered why the Morgs are called Morgs, it's the same reason why the Zorgs are called Zorgs. It's M ogre and Z ogre and J ogre, like the Jorgs are jungle ogres, the Zorgs are zombie ogres, and the Morgs are mermaid ogres. But that quest was pretty easy. There's a quest complete there. Then coming in with another one for the goblin quest right in a row, no delay. And then right after doing that, since this is before my hero's partner came through for me, I was debating on which one to carry on with, and I decided to do the ogre one, speaking of ogres, and then I finished up with the lumberjack guide, leaving ceramic bars. And then I completed a soul's bane, and then followed by that, what lies below. And then I decided to train some rune crafting. And to do this, I did full runs of cosmic runes. Then my hero's partner came through and we got done with that, which allowed me to move on to legends, as you see here. And then I did Swan Song. And then I decided to take a risk and do some fishing, since no one's really going to be PKing up here at the Swan Song place. At least it's highly doubtful. It's a very secluded area. Then after crafting some astral runes, I got on with grinding out level 70 crafting for Dragon Slayer 2 and Monkey Madness 2. I decided to do this right here at this dangerous bank in multi for full XP, and I got away with it. Nobody showed up at all, and I got pretty lucky. It was a risk for some speed, and it paid off. And I got this done quickly and with full XP. Otherwise, I'd be going up and down the stairs over in Vara Quest Bank the whole time. And since Legends is done, I finished up with the rest of RFD, which allows me to get a nice stock of butter and grapes for training and food, because tuna potatoes, the chest is a lot easier to get butter and cream from than the gnome shop, because there may only be 10 butter in there, but there's 50 cream, and you know me, I don't mind churning it. And I decided to go for the fire cake, because why not? I got that max hit. And then I did a lot of work to get up to this point. Dragon Slayer 2. I'm going to call this the end of the video here, but for those of you who are curious about what's going on, some things came up IRL, and I can no longer devote much time to this game. So I'm going to have to say that I have officially failed to get the quest cape, since even though there's only like less than a dozen quests left, I just can't really put the time into it to finish it off. And I told a couple people that there would be an hour-long video. You were probably expecting the hour-long video for this one, but that was made. It was in the process of uploading, but I decided to cancel that upload. I'm going to stick by that decision as well. I just figured I'd mention the existence of that video. For those of you wondering why it's taken so long to get this one uploaded, basically I made this one and then redid it, the audio portion at least. So just throwing it out there, if you were looking forward to that hour-long video, don't, because it's not coming. But that was a sketchy teleport from the end of the boss fight there. Almost no supplies at the end of Galvik, teleporting me straight to Birthrobe. PKers like to hang out here, so that was pretty wild. And I didn't have a home teleport ready yet because I had been using it to re-gear. I actually died like 4 times during the Galvik fight, and I have like no bank right now. But I move on to killing some Vorkath. I finished up with the quest, put all my XP into strength, and spent a little bit of time charging glories for 10k each from the GE, just teleporting from with the mythical cape to the fountain under the stairs, back to the GE. Nice little money maker. Got some supplies to kill Vorkath, even killed a couple of ruined dragons. So going back to yesterday's video, all that was really was this video with a lot of ranting and talking. and rambling, and it went on for an hour while there was footage of me killing Vorkath, killing the Rune Dragons, explaining the glory method of charging the glory on that fountain down there for quick and easy money. But yeah, I feel like I said too much about a lot of different things, so that project is scrapped. And as for the IRL stuff going on, I really can't explain anything right now. Maybe in the future I can do an explanation video on what exactly is going on right now. I would definitely like to. Whether you guys want to hear it or not, like if everyone says you don't want to hear it, then I won't do it. But uh, if you do want to hear it, it would have to be much later than this current date. But I assure you, everything IRL that's going on is extremely important, and it's being handled very carefully. But I'm not going to speak any more on that for now. We'll stick to the gameplay, which I've finished with what I want to show you, the Dragon Slayer. I got up to Dragon Slayer 2 complete. I didn't do Monkey Badness or Rag and Bone Man and some of the other quests, but I got up to 222 quest points out of, what is it, 246, 252. I don't know how much the total is now that they've added the Zaya quest and whatnot. I mean, I have the cape on my Iron Man, but I'm not logged in right now to look. I don't know when you can expect the next video from me, but this IRL stuff will probably consume my time for the entirety of the rest of the season. I do not plan on quitting RuneScape. I do not plan on quitting YouTube. I plan on continuing with, Iron Man and Deadman games in the future. I may participate in the next tournament. I may not. I plan on having a job by then, so I might not even have the time dedicated to, participate in those, because you guys know how much dedication those tournaments take. But maybe. I'm assuming the IRL stuff should be cleared up by around that time. As for the Iron Man, as you can imagine, I haven't logged into that version of the game since the Deadman tournament started, so my Iron Man's still in the process of Road to Max. If you'd like to see how that's all going, check out the playlists section of my YouTube channel, and I have a playlist of all my Iron Man time-lapse videos amongst several other playlists that you might be interested in. But this is going to be the last video for quite some time. Definitely not my last video ever. But I figured I'd give you guys a heads up that the videos aren't going to be coming in. And if you want to unsub, that's chill. I appreciate those who stay subbed through my absence, and any new subs that come in that want to watch some of my older series and channel, or well, I only have this one channel, but I have multiple series, the Deadman series, Deadman tournaments, the Iron Man, various loot videos, and of course the audiobook series. The audiobook series actually probably took me the most amount of time, work, and effort, but has gotten the least amount of views. So just throwing that out there, that exists. So in closing, in the comments below, I'd like to see some ideas for what you want me to make videos about when I come back. Now, I've done a lot of time-lapse videos in the past. I plan on maxing my Iron Man. If you want, you could look me up. I'm ErbQuest as the Iron Man 2. For those of you who are new, ErbQuest isn't just a Deadman account. I don't have the symbol for it in Deadman mode, but yeah, this is still the Iron Man account for those that didn't know. And I'm open to do recommendations or loot videos of, various things that would involve aiding me in my way to max stats on that account. I'm actually pretty close. So I'm like looking forward to do almost anything on that account, whether it's going for max cape or some other activity that gets suggested and upvoted in the comments of this video. So this would be the place to suggest them if you have any suggestions, since this is going to be my last video for a while, and then when I come back to the whole YouTube and RuneScape scene, I'll be able to read through the comments and get some fresh ideas. Uh, Also, I'm looking for ideas of what to do, not really stylistic changes or stylistic comments. I have the, editing software that I do and the microphone that I do, and I talk the way that I do, and I can't really change those things, but what I show you and demonstrate and go through in the game, you guys can pitch in for ideas on that by all means, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. See you guys in like a month or so. Peace.